It's not a secret that I play a lot of Counter-Strike, not a secret that I create a lot of Counter-Strike content, and it's not a secret that I don't like when I lag playing Counter-Strike 2. Neither is it a secret that with Counter-Strike 2 coming out, you needed to upgrade your PC a little bit, which is why I'm super happy that I partner up with NVIDIA, who have provided me with a brand new RTX 480 Founders Edition that I put into my brand new PC, which means effectively that when I'm live streaming, which takes a tool on your PC, instead of running around with 150, sometimes even 100 FPS, which you can definitely feel when you're gaming, I'm now running around, running my stream, having all sorts of weird ass stuff open at the same time, at more than 450, sometimes even 700 FPS. It feels freaking fantastic. They provide me with a graphics card, with a GPU to make sure that the latency is lower, right? One thing is having high FPS, so it feels smooth, it feels great, but they also have the NVIDIA Reflex built in Counter-Strike 2, paired up with the new GPU, make sure that the latency and the responsive time on my mouse and basically the response the game is giving me is at an all-time low. I'll show that later in the video, but I'm super happy to finally be able to play Counter-Strike 2 at the very least, lag-free, and yeah, well, maybe I'm not as good anymore, but at least I can't blame the PC. Or the GPU for that matter. So the cool thing about my new GPU is that it allows me to play in the settings that I want to play in when it comes to Counter-Strike 2. I play in native resolution, widescreen 16:9, which is pretty goddamn cool. 1920 times 1080. I'm on the Yakinda, the Rups, all the pro players, or at least some of the pro players are slowly but surely starting to move to 1920 times 1080. The thing is, you need a sick GPU. You need a sick PC if you want to run this resolution. It goes for the 360 Hertz. No 360 FPS. It doesn't really make sense to run 360 Hertz. Lucky, I can do that now. So that's like step number one. Then you head into the advanced video settings. Obviously, you can see my settings in Counter-Strike 2 right now. I'm not really holding back on anything. Texture filtering mode times 16. You're looking at anti-aliasing times 4. There's a lot of different things you can do in order to improve your FPS and your quality of your game. You could obviously also set down the global shadow quality from very high to maybe low, high, medium. I'm just running it on full force so the game and the stream looks as absolutely beautiful as it can while I'm doing it. Now, where it gets really interesting when it comes to NVIDIA is that when you have an NVIDIA RTX 40 series GPU, you can then also look into the NVIDIA Reflex low latency. They play together, the GPU and the game plays together. I have it enabled plus boost, which means that right now NVIDIA is making sure through the GPU when I'm playing Counter-Strike that I'm running at the lowest possible latency, which means that the reaction, the smoothness, the flow of the game is better than it's ever been before. It's not only a thing of running more FPS, it's actually a thing of being more competitive. You run a sick NVIDIA GPU within your PC, you enable this one right here, NVIDIA low latency, enable plus boost, odds are that you will become a better Counter-Strike player. You'll get some extra percentage against the guys you're up against. Pretty goddamn sick, no? One thing is talking about how freaking awesome it is to play with a lot of FPS. It feels so good that everything is running smooth, and you know, I could blame the game for not being the best. I could blame all sorts of different things as to why I'm not good at Counter-Strike anymore, but at the end of the day, I gotta be honest, you know, one thing I can't blame anymore is the FPS, because that's just smooth, it's running, it's the way it's supposed to, it feels good. As you can probably sense from the video as well, it looks good. And I guess my level ain't that bad after all, you know, it's been worse. As you can see, still got a couple of headshots in me. Oh my goodness. Ah, then I messed that up. Well, can't blame the FPS for that. Can't really blame the GPU, can I? It feels good. I mean, if that didn't convince you to, at the very least, consider to get an NVIDIA RTX 40 series inside your PC, I'm not quite sure what will. I know it's a big commitment to make when you're buying a new PC, but Counter-Strike for me, at the very least, have never been more fun to play and more enjoyable to play ever since I upgraded my PC. I've came to the realization that I've been playing Counter-Strike for too long on a PC that wasn't really suited for it, especially when I'm streaming, and yeah, probably that was stupid, you know. So at the very least, you know, learn from my mistake, and once you have the money, or maybe for Christmas, or maybe for summertime, or maybe when you feel like it, look at NVIDIA, see if you want to invest into a new GPU, especially in Counter-Strike. It makes a world of difference. Thank you for watching.